The hell is that?
You've got to be kidding me. Oh, wow.
Hey, what is up, you guys? This is Marvel Dude doing another action figure review, and in this one we're going to be looking at something a little bit different. It is the McFarlane movie Maniacs Jason X figure from Wave something. I'll do it in the editing process. I'll put that in one of the waves of the McFarlane movie Maniacs line from the early to mid 2000s. Well, it started in the late 90s actually, with their first Jason figure being this geezer right here from the very first wave back in 1998 or 99. And yeah, I mean, this was my very first Jason figure, by the way. But yeah, they did come quite a long way in just a couple of years, as you can see. Let me adjust the lighting a little bit. There we go. Yeah, definitely. This one is totally inaccurate to the source material. It's meant to be from part 9, but it's like a hybrid of part 8 and part 9 Jason. Some people use this for a part 8 Jason, which, you know, it's just the tattered sleeves and the gloves and the hockey mask kind of resemble part 8 more than they do 9. But it's not about this guy, so let's get him out of frame. So here he is. We'll take a look at his accessory first. He did come with a McFarlane Movie Maniac base with the poster in it, but as they went down the line, like the frames for the posters got smaller and smaller for some reason, probably just because of plastic, you know, cost cutting and all that. But yeah, we'll get a little glimpse of his little futuristic machete over here. Got a bit of dust on it, I think. Oh well. Yeah, but this is pretty nice. I mean, I don't know how accurate it is to the actual film, like the handle specifically. Maybe if I can find a photo, I'll put it at the side right there. But yeah, I mean, it's got some nice shading here at the bottom of the blade, which is nice. That he didn't have to do that, but he did. So at least there's that. There's not much to really say other than it's just kind of more of a dull kind of Hasbro plastic machete, but it's definitely good enough. It serves its purpose, and really that's all that matters. So get this thing out of the way, and yeah, you do need the machete for this guy, or just something for him to hold, or else he's going to be looking like this the whole time, because he is basically, in true McFarlane style, a statue. The whole line of movie Maniacs was basically just this, like pre-posed, slightly articulated statues. I think even now he's going back, doing the movie Maniacs line again, and making them fully just static, like no posability whatsoever. At least back then, you had a swivel elbow, you had a waist swivel sometimes. You know, a little bit of this and a little bit of that here and there. Usually from the waist down. I don't think there's any movie Maniac figures that have leg articulation like ever. Maybe like a swivel, like this one does. But like, it's from the thigh down, honestly, it's like just nothing. So yeah, but let's get a closer look at this geezer, because he's got a lot of detail. You can see, get his arm out of the way a little bit, get the light on him a bit more. There we go. His eyes are very sunken in, so it's hard to see. There we go. He's got red eyes, just like the film. So that is really nice. And he's quite accurate altogether. Like, I honestly don't think there's any major inaccuracies on this figure. Maybe there's little things like, I don't know if that was in the film or whatever. But, you know, there goes my Xbox. But yeah, had to sort that out real quick. That was going to piss me off. Maybe you too. Sorry about that. But yeah, very professional, as you can tell. You don't have to tell me that twice. But yeah, man, he's got his weird little brain head, kind of like part 9 Jason in a way. But it's a lot more subtle this time. And that is also quite accurate to the movie. And he's got a little bit of red outlining it right there. It's very hard to tell though. Even in real life, it's quite hard to see that. There we go. You can see on this side, he's got the red outlines, signifying the mask is totally embedded into his skull. Very similar to part 9, like I said. Yeah, all of the little details. This always reminded me of like a symbiote type thing, the way it's kind of stretching across there. Very interesting design. I wonder how they came up with something like this. There's his Freddy Krueger looking flesh underneath all of the armor. And yeah, man, I mean, McFarlane are known for detail over anything, and this figure definitely has that, as did most of the movie Maniac figures. I'm not too sure about the DC multiverse figures. I've only ever had like one of those, and I sold it a while ago. So yeah, you got the Jason butt right there, very nice. And I think sculpted creases in between it as well. It's always quite funny when you see that on a figure. But yeah, he's got like a little thing in his knee there. Looks quite brutal. It's got like a fucking screw of some sort. Very painful. But yeah, there's like these little veins, these little purple veins too. I'm just going to use this to point at stuff, because why not? Yeah, you can see like right there. That's interesting. I don't really remember that being on the actual design. He has it on the chest too. Right here. Some up here too. So yeah, I don't know how accurate that is, but it doesn't really matter that much. It's just extra detail at the end of the day, even if it's not on the actual costume, so can't really complain. But yeah, you can see all of the texturing in the fabric, I guess, whatever you want to call this material that he's wearing. Or maybe it's straight up the fucking Venom symbiote, because I mean, kind of looks like he's been taken over by a symbiote. Yeah, you can see there might be a little bit of grey on the black, which is most likely dust. Sorry about that, if that's apparent. Yeah, you can get him in this pose if you want, if you don't have the accessory. This goofy looking thing. But no, it's one of them figures where without the accessory, it's basically useless. It's like having one of them toys where the character's pre-posed to ride a vehicle, and he's got no articulation, and you don't have the vehicle, so he just looks like a gimp. It's basically what this guy is. But yeah, let's go over the little tiny points of articulation he does have. So his head can swivel side to side like that. I mean, it can go all the way around, I guess, but I don't get why you would want to use that. So yeah, that's cool. He's got a swivel at this arm, and he's got a swivel at the wrist. No hinge, swivel, elbow, nothing like that. And on this arm, he doesn't have a swivel at the top, but you can swivel at the elbow right there, or at the bicep, I guess. And then he's got a swivel wrist like that. Can go all the way around, of course. And then he's got the waist swivel, which is also quite useless, because fuck, you know, I don't think you would want Jason pose like that, because yeah, I don't know about that. And then yeah, like I said, he's just static from the like the legs down. There's just nothing going on. At least on this one, you could swivel the legs to adjust his stance a bit, but we don't get that here. Oh well, it's one of them kind of stylized figures, you know what I mean? Kind of like the Mezco Cinema of Fear Jasons. Very hard to find they are now. I'm still trying to collect all of them. But yeah, let's reunite the guy with his little accessory. I think I already said I'll put a picture of the base on the screen earlier. But yeah, that's basically that, guys. I mean, let me know in the comments what you thought of Jason X. Maybe what you think of this figure, because I've always liked it. You know, it's obviously not great, like a posable, fully dynamic Jason X, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.